Chapter 1. The Invitation. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a blood-red glow across the sleepy town of Willow Creek. The streets were deserted, save for the occasional stray cat darting between shadows. A soft wind rustled the leaves of ancient oak trees lining the roads, whispering secrets of forgotten times. In the distance, the old church bell tolled, marking the hour with a solemn resonance that seemed to echo endlessly in the quiet air. In a quaint, weathered cottage on the outskirts of town, Anna sat alone at her kitchen table. The room was dimly lit by a single flickering candle, casting long, wavering shadows on the walls. Her hands trembled slightly as she held an envelope, its paper yellowed with age. The seal bore a symbol she had never seen before, an intricate design that seemed to pulse with an energy all its own. She hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest, before carefully breaking the seal. Inside was a single sheet of parchment, the writing elegant yet foreboding. It spoke of a gathering, a rare event that promised enlightenment and truth for those daring enough to attend. No location was specified, only a date and a time. Tomorrow, at the stroke of midnight. As Anna read the words, a chill crept over her skin, as if an unseen presence had entered the room. The invitation had arrived unexpectedly, without a return address or any indication of its origin. Anna had initially dismissed it as a prank or mistake, yet something compelled her to reconsider. Perhaps it was the monotony of life in Willow Creek, where days blended together in a seamless blur, or maybe it was the promise of uncovering hidden truths that tugged at her curiosity. Whatever the reason, she found herself unable to resist its mysterious allure. That night, sleep eluded her. She lay in bed, the invitation resting on her nightstand, its presence an insistent reminder of the unknown that awaited. The silence of the house was suffocating, broken only by the rhythmic ticking of the clock on the wall. Each tick seemed louder than the last, a countdown to something she could neither predict nor comprehend. When morning finally arrived, it brought with it a heavy mist that blanketed the town. Anna moved through her day in a daze, her mind consumed by thoughts of the invitation. She noticed how the mist seemed to cling to everything, shrouding the familiar landscape in an eerie, dreamlike haze. The townspeople went about their routines with the same predictable rhythm, oblivious to the weight of the secret Anna carried. As dusk approached, Anna prepared to leave. She packed a small bag with essentials, though she wasn't sure what she might need. The house felt colder than usual, as if the very walls were imbued with a creeping dread. She glanced at the invitation once more before tucking it safely into her pocket. Its words seemed to shimmer under the dim light, beckoning her to follow their call. With each step she took, the world around her grew quieter. The only sound was the crunch of leaves underfoot, a steady rhythm that matched the beating of her heart. She followed the path indicated on the map she'd sketched from memory, a route that led her away from the safety of town and into the surrounding woods. The trees loomed overhead, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The deeper she ventured, the more the atmosphere shifted. The air felt heavier, charged with an energy that thrummed through the ground beneath her feet. Shadows seemed to move just beyond the edge of her vision, shapes that twisted and coiled like living things. Her instincts screamed at her to turn back, to flee from the unnatural darkness that surrounded her. Yet she pressed on, driven by a force she couldn't understand. As she reached the heart of the woods, the path widened into a clearing. There, in the center, stood an ancient stone structure, half buried in the earth. Its surface was covered in strange symbols, similar to those on the invitation. The structure exuded a sense of age and power, as if it had witnessed countless centuries and held within it secrets long forgotten. Anna approached cautiously, her breath visible in the chill night air. The moon cast an otherworldly glow on the scene, illuminating the stones with an ethereal light. She paused at the edge of the clearing, her heart pounding in her ears. This was the place, the site of the gathering the invitation had promised. The air was thick with anticipation, a palpable tension that seemed to pulse in time with her heartbeat. As she stood there, she felt an inexplicable sense of being watched, as if unseen eyes were observing her every move. Yet there was no turning back now. Anna had crossed a threshold, stepping into a world that lay hidden beneath the surface of her own. In that moment, the silence was absolute, broken only by the soft rustle of leaves in the wind. The clearing seemed to hold its breath, waiting for something to begin. And so, with a mixture of fear and determination, Anna took the first step into the unknown, drawn by the promise of secrets and the lure of forbidden knowledge. Chapter 2: Whispers of the Past. The clearing held an unnatural stillness, as if time itself had paused to witness Anna's arrival. The ancient stone structure loomed before her, its presence both commanding and ominous. Every instinct urged her to retreat, to turn away from the mysteries it promised, but curiosity and a strange sense of fate propelled her forward. As she approached, the moonlight revealed intricate carvings that adorned the stones. Strange symbols and patterns seemed to dance across the surface, their meaning elusive yet hauntingly familiar. They seemed to tell a story, one lost to time but waiting to be rediscovered by those willing to listen. Anna reached out, her fingers grazing the cold stone. The moment her skin made contact, a jolt of energy surged through her, a connection to something ancient and powerful. Images flashed before her eyes, fragments of a history long buried. She saw figures cloaked in shadow, their faces obscured, gathered around the structure in solemn reverence. Rituals performed under moonlit skies, chants that reverberated through the ages, echoes of a time when the world was young and magic thrived in its purest form. Withdrawing her hand, Anna took a step back, her breath catching in her throat. The visions faded, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. The stones held memories, whispers of a past that defied understanding. She felt as if she had glimpsed a world parallel to her own, one where the boundaries of reality were fluid and undefined. The wind picked up, swirling leaves around her feet in a chaotic dance. It carried with it a distant sound, a soft murmur that seemed to emanate from the very ground beneath her. Anna strained to hear, her heart pounding as the whispering grew louder, forming words she couldn't quite grasp. They spoke of secrets hidden in plain sight, of truths veiled by time and shadow. It was as if the forest itself were alive, speaking to her in a language only the soul could understand. Turning her gaze to the forest surrounding the clearing, Anna felt a growing awareness of the presence hidden within the trees. Shadows flickered at the edge of her vision, elusive and fleeting. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was not alone, that unseen eyes were watching her every move. Yet despite the fear that gripped her, she felt drawn to explore further, to unravel the enigma that lay before her. With cautious steps, she began to circle the clearing, her eyes scanning the undergrowth for any sign of movement. The air was thick with anticipation, charged with a tension that seemed to hum in harmony with the whispers. It was as if the forest were alive, breathing in rhythm with her own heartbeat. The further she ventured, the more she noticed subtle changes in her surroundings. The trees seemed to shift, their branches twisting into shapes that defied logic. Patterns emerged in the foliage, formations that mirrored the symbols etched into the stone. Anna's mind raced with possibilities, each more terrifying than the last. Was the forest an extension of the ancient structure, a living entity bound by its power? Suddenly, she stumbled upon a small clearing, hidden from view by a thick curtain of vines. In its center stood a solitary figure, motionless and shrouded in shadow. Anna froze, her heart pounding in her chest as she strained to discern its features. The figure was cloaked in a dark robe, its face obscured by a hood that cast an impenetrable shadow. Despite the fear that gripped her, Anna felt an inexplicable pull toward the figure. She took a hesitant step forward, her mind racing with questions. Who was this mysterious presence, and what role did they play in the unfolding mystery? As if sensing her approach, the figure slowly turned, revealing eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light. For a moment, their gazes locked, and Anna felt a rush of emotions she couldn't comprehend. Memories not her own flooded her mind, images of rituals and sacrifices, of blood spilled in the name of knowledge and power. She felt the weight of countless souls who had stood in this very spot, each drawn by the same unrelenting force. The figure raised a hand, beckoning her closer with a gesture that was both inviting and menacing. Anna hesitated, her instincts screaming at her to flee, yet a deeper curiosity compelled her to stay. There was a connection between them, a bond forged in the crucible of time and destiny. She sensed that this encounter was no mere coincidence, but part of a larger tapestry woven by forces beyond her understanding. As she stepped closer, the figure slowly lowered its hood, revealing a face both ancient and ageless. Its features were etched with wisdom and sorrow, eyes that had witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth and death of stars. Anna felt a chill run down her spine as she realized that this being was more than human, a guardian of secrets long forgotten. The figure extended a hand, palm upturned, revealing a small object cradled within. It was a stone, identical to the ones that formed the structure in the clearing. The surface was smooth and polished, the symbols carved into it glowing with an inner light. Anna reached out, her fingers brushing against the stone's surface. The moment she touched it, a surge of energy coursed through her, a connection to a power beyond comprehension. Visions flooded her mind once more, but this time they were clearer, more vivid. She saw a world bathed in shadows, where darkness reigned and light was a distant memory. She felt the presence of ancient forces, entities that existed beyond the veil of reality, waiting for the day they would return. The connection between Anna and the figure deepened, a bond forged through time and destiny. She understood now that the invitation had been a test, a trial to determine her worthiness. She had been chosen to bear witness to the secrets of the past, to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. The figure nodded, as if acknowledging her newfound understanding, before slowly stepping back into the shadows. As it disappeared from view, the whispers faded, leaving behind a profound silence that seemed to echo through the forest. Anna stood alone in the clearing, the weight of her discovery settling upon her shoulders. The stone in her hand pulsed with an energy that resonated deep within her soul. She knew that her journey was far from over, that the secrets she had uncovered were merely the beginning. The path ahead was fraught with danger and uncertainty, but she was determined to see it through. With renewed resolve, Anna turned and retraced her steps through the forest, her mind racing with possibilities. She was no longer the same person who had entered the woods, but a seeker of truth, a guardian of secrets that defied the limits of human comprehension. As she emerged from the shadows, she felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden in the darkness. The whispers of the past had called to her, and she had answered. The journey had begun, and there was no turning back. Chapter 3: The Forgotten Road. The path back to town seemed longer than Anna remembered. As she made her way through the forest, the air grew colder, and the shadows stretched across the ground like grasping fingers. Her mind was a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions, each step a reminder of the mysteries she had uncovered and the truths she had yet to discover. The forest was alive with sounds, the rustling of leaves, the distant call of an owl, the whisper of the wind through the trees. Yet, beneath these familiar noises, there was something else, a low hum that seemed to vibrate through the ground. It was as if the earth itself was singing, a song of forgotten times and ancient secrets. Anna paused, listening intently to the sound. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, yet it resonated deep within her, stirring memories she couldn't quite grasp. She felt as if she were standing on the edge of two worlds, the past and the present intertwined in a dance of shadows and light. The road back to Willow Creek was overgrown and rarely traveled, a forgotten route that wound through the heart of the forest. As she followed its twists and turns, Anna felt a sense of unease growing within her. The path seemed to shift beneath her feet, each step leading her deeper into a world that defied logic and reason. The trees pressed in on either side, their branches arching overhead like the ribs of a great beast. The sunlight barely penetrated the dense canopy, casting the world in shades of gray and green. Anna moved with caution, her senses heightened by the eerie silence that surrounded her. As she walked, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The sensation was unnerving, a prickling at the back of her neck that refused to fade. She glanced around, searching for any sign of movement, but the forest remained still, its secrets hidden beneath layers of foliage and shadow. The path took a sharp turn, leading her to a small clearing where the ground was littered with fallen leaves and debris. In the center stood an old wooden signpost, its surface weathered and faded by time. The words carved into the wood were barely legible, yet Anna could make out the name of the road, the Forgotten Way. A chill ran down her spine as she traced the letters with her fingers. The name resonated with her, a reminder of the secrets she had uncovered and the journey that lay ahead. She sensed that this road held its own mysteries, paths that led to places beyond her understanding. Continuing along the path, Anna felt a shift in the air. The wind picked up, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. It was as if the forest were breathing, exhaling a gust of air that sent a shiver through her bones. As she pressed on, the road began to climb, winding its way up a steep hill. The incline was treacherous, the ground slick with mud and fallen leaves. Anna struggled to keep her footing, her heart pounding with exertion as she ascended the hill. At the summit, she paused to catch her breath, gazing out over the landscape below. The forest stretched out in all directions, an endless sea of green and brown that seemed to go on forever. In the distance, she could see the faint outline of Willow Creek, its rooftops barely visible through the haze. Despite the distance, Anna felt a strange connection to the town, as if it were a part of her, a piece of the puzzle she had yet to solve. She knew that her journey was far from over, that the secrets she had uncovered were merely the beginning of a larger mystery. As she stood there, a sense of purpose filled her, a determination to see the journey through to its end. The road had led her here for a reason, and she was determined to uncover its secrets, to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. Descending the hill, Anna felt a renewed sense of energy, a drive to continue despite the challenges that lay ahead. The path leveled out, leading her through a dense thicket of trees that formed a natural archway overhead. The sunlight streamed through the leaves, casting dappled patterns on the ground. The forest seemed to come alive with movement, creatures scurrying through the undergrowth, birds flitting from branch to branch. Anna marveled at the beauty of it all, the delicate balance of life that thrived within the forest's embrace. Yet beneath the surface, she sensed a darker presence, a force that watched and waited in the shadows. As she emerged from the thicket, the path widened into a broad avenue lined with towering oaks. The trees stood like sentinels, their branches intertwining overhead to form a canopy that filtered the light into a soft, golden glow. Anna felt a sense of peace as she walked beneath the trees, the warmth of the sun soothing her tired muscles. The hum of the forest faded into the background, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant murmur of a stream. Yet even here, in this place of beauty and tranquility, Anna couldn't shake the feeling that she was being followed. The sensation was stronger now, a persistent tug at her consciousness that refused to be ignored. She quickened her pace, her heart racing with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The path led her to a small wooden bridge that spanned a narrow stream. The water flowed gently beneath, its surface reflecting the sky in shimmering patterns. Anna paused, listening to the sound of the water as it babbled over stones and roots, a soothing melody that calmed her racing thoughts. But as she crossed the bridge, a sudden chill swept over her, a feeling of foreboding that sent a shiver down her spine. She glanced back, half expecting to see a shadowy figure lurking at the edge of the forest, but there was nothing, only the trees standing silent and watchful. Pushing the fear aside, Anna continued on, determined to reach the safety of Willow Creek. The path began to descend once more, leading her through a series of switchbacks that wound their way down the hillside. The descent was steep, the ground treacherous beneath her feet, yet she moved with a newfound confidence, her steps sure and steady. As she neared the bottom of the hill, the forest began to thin, the trees giving way to open fields and meadows. The air was warmer here, the sun shining brightly overhead, casting long shadows across the landscape. Anna felt a sense of relief as she emerged from the woods, the familiar sights and sounds of Willow Creek welcoming her home. Yet beneath the surface, a part of her remained restless, the mysteries of the forest and the forgotten road still lingering in her mind. The journey had changed her, opened her eyes to a world beyond the mundane, a place where the past and present coexisted in a delicate balance. She knew that her quest for knowledge was far from over, that the road would call to her again, drawing her back into the shadows to uncover the secrets that lay hidden in the darkness. With a final glance at the forest behind her, Anna set her sights on the town ahead, her heart filled with determination and resolve. The whispers of the past had spoken to her, and she was ready to listen, to embrace the journey that awaited, no matter where it might lead. Chapter 4: The Abandoned House. Willow Creek lay quiet beneath the morning sun, its streets lined with quaint houses and neatly tended gardens. The town appeared as it always had, a place untouched by the passage of time. Yet to Anna, it felt different now, as if she were seeing it through new eyes. Her experience in the forest had altered her perception, opening her mind to the secrets hidden beneath the surface of the familiar world. As she walked through the town, Anna couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. It was a subtle sensation, like an itch at the back of her mind that refused to be ignored. She glanced around, searching for any sign of the mysterious presence she had sensed in the woods. But the streets were empty, the townspeople busy with their morning routines. Anna's path took her to the edge of town, where the houses gave way to open fields and rolling hills. She paused at the top of a rise, gazing out over the landscape. In the distance, she could see the outline of the forest, its dark trees standing sentinel against the sky. The sight filled her with a mixture of longing and apprehension, a pull to return to the mysteries she had uncovered. Her eyes drifted to a lone building nestled at the edge of the forest, its silhouette stark against the backdrop of trees. It was an old farmhouse, long abandoned and forgotten by the world. The structure was weathered and dilapidated, its once vibrant paint peeling in the sunlight. Windows stared like empty eyes, their glass long since shattered by the passage of time. Anna felt drawn to the house, a strange compulsion urging her to explore its secrets. She had passed it countless times before, but today it seemed different, as if it were calling out to her, inviting her to uncover its hidden truths. With a deep breath, Anna made her way down the hill, her feet crunching on the gravel path that led to the farmhouse. The air was thick with the scent of wildflowers and freshly turned earth, the sounds of birdsong and the distant murmur of the forest filling the air. As she approached the house, Anna felt a chill sweep over her, a sense of foreboding that sent a shiver down her spine. The structure loomed before her, its walls leaning at precarious angles, the roof sagging under the weight of years. Weeds and vines clung to the exterior, wrapping the house in a tangled embrace. Pushing aside her fear, Anna stepped onto the porch, the wood creaking ominously beneath her weight. She hesitated at the threshold, her heart pounding in her chest. The doorway gaped like a mouth, a dark void that seemed to promise both danger and discovery. Gathering her courage, Anna stepped inside, her eyes adjusting to the dim light. The interior was silent and still, dust motes dancing in the shafts of sunlight that filtered through the broken windows. The air was thick with the scent of decay and neglect, a reminder of the years that had passed since the house had been inhabited. Anna moved cautiously through the rooms, her footsteps echoing on the wooden floors. The furniture lay where it had fallen, chairs overturned and tables draped in cobwebs. It was as if the occupants had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the ghosts of their lives. In the kitchen, Anna paused to examine a faded photograph pinned to the wall. It showed a family standing on the porch, their faces blurred with time. She wondered who they were, what had happened to them, and why the house had been abandoned. The questions lingered in her mind, adding to the mystery that surrounded the place. As she explored further, Anna discovered a narrow staircase leading to the upper floor. The steps creaked under her weight, each one a protest against her intrusion. She reached the landing and paused, listening to the silence that pressed in around her. The hallway stretched out before her, lined with closed doors that seemed to hide their own secrets. Anna felt a growing sense of anticipation as she approached the first door, her hand resting on the tarnished knob. With a deep breath, she pushed it open, revealing a small bedroom bathed in shadows. The room was bare, its walls stripped of any decoration. A bed frame stood against one wall, its mattress missing, while a small dresser lay overturned in the corner. Dust coated every surface, a testament to the years of neglect. Anna moved to the window, her gaze drawn to the forest beyond. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, their branches whispering secrets only they could understand. She felt a strange sense of connection to the place, as if it were a part of her, a link to the mysteries she had uncovered. Turning away from the window, Anna explored the remaining rooms, each one offering its own glimpse into the past. There were remnants of lives once lived, fragments of memories that spoke of love and loss, hope and despair. In the last room, Anna found a small attic door, its surface covered in peeling paint. She hesitated for a moment before reaching for the handle, her heart racing with anticipation. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow staircase that led into darkness. Anna climbed the steps slowly, her hand trailing along the rough wood of the banister. The air grew cooler as she ascended, the light fading until she emerged into the attic. The space was cramped and cluttered, filled with boxes and forgotten treasures. A single window illuminated the room, casting long shadows across the floor. Anna felt a sense of nostalgia as she sifted through the items, each one a relic of a bygone era. In the corner, she discovered a trunk covered in dust. She knelt before it, her fingers brushing away the dirt to reveal a brass lock, its surface tarnished with age. The lock yielded easily to her touch, the lid creaking open to reveal its contents. Inside, Anna found a collection of papers, their edges yellowed and brittle with time. She carefully unfolded one of the sheets, her eyes scanning the faded writing. It was a journal, its pages filled with entries that spoke of strange occurrences and mysterious happenings. The words resonated with her, echoing the experiences she had encountered in the forest. They spoke of visions and whispers, of secrets hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. Anna felt a chill run down her spine as she read, the words blurring together in a tapestry of fear and intrigue. As she delved deeper into the journal, Anna realized that the writer had been on a journey similar to her own, seeking answers to questions that defied understanding. The entries became more frantic, the writing more erratic, until they abruptly ceased, leaving a final, haunting message. The truth lies beneath. Anna sat back, the journal resting in her lap. She felt a sense of connection to the writer, a kinship forged through time and circumstance. The mysteries of the abandoned house and the forest were intertwined, bound by a shared history that spanned generations. With a newfound resolve, Anna closed the journal and placed it back in the trunk. She knew that her journey was far from over, that the answers she sought lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. As she descended the stairs and left the house, Anna felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the truth that lay buried in the shadows. The abandoned house had revealed its secrets, but there were more mysteries to be unraveled, more whispers to be heard. The road ahead was uncertain, fraught with danger and uncertainty, but Anna was ready to face it, to embrace the journey and the challenges it would bring. The truth awaited, and she was determined to uncover it, no matter the cost. Chapter 5. The Echoes of History. The days following Anna's exploration of the abandoned house were filled with restless thoughts and vivid dreams. Each night, she relived the experience, the visions from the journal playing out in her mind like scenes from a forgotten tale. Whispers of the past lingered in her consciousness, compelling her to delve deeper into the mystery that surrounded her. As the sun rose over Willow Creek, casting a warm glow across the landscape, Anna set out to explore the town's library. She hoped to uncover more about the house and its former occupants, to piece together the fragments of history that lay hidden beneath the layers of time. The library was a small, unassuming building nestled in the heart of the town. Its walls were lined with shelves overflowing with books, their spines faded and worn from years of use. The scent of old paper and ink filled the air, a comforting reminder of the knowledge contained within. Anna approached the librarian, an elderly woman with kind eyes and a warm smile. The librarian nodded in understanding as Anna explained her quest, her eyes alight with curiosity. She led Anna to a corner of the library where the local history section was housed, its shelves filled with records and documents dating back to the town's founding. Anna settled into a chair, surrounded by stacks of dusty tomes and yellowed papers. She began her search, poring over the records with a determination fueled by the mysteries she sought to uncover. The hours slipped by as she sifted through the documents, her focus unwavering. Her efforts were soon rewarded when she came across a series of newspaper clippings detailing the history of the abandoned house. The article spoke of a family that had lived there generations ago, a couple named Edward and Eliza Hawthorne. They were well respected in the community, known for their kindness and generosity. Yet, beneath the surface of their idyllic life, there were whispers of strange occurrences. Neighbors reported hearing strange noises emanating from the house at night, and sightings of shadowy figures in the woods nearby. Rumors spread of rituals and ceremonies conducted under the cover of darkness, secrets hidden behind the walls of the old farmhouse. The articles grew more ominous as Anna continued reading. Tragedy had struck the Hawthorne family, claiming the lives of Edward and Eliza under mysterious circumstances. The details were vague, shrouded in secrecy, but it was clear that their deaths had cast a shadow over the house, leaving it abandoned and forgotten by the town. Anna felt a chill run down her spine as she pieced together the story. The echoes of the past resonated with her, each revelation drawing her deeper into the mystery. She sensed that the Hawthorns were connected to the secrets she had uncovered in the forest, their lives intertwined with the ancient forces that lingered in the shadows. As she delved further into the history of the house, Anna stumbled upon a faded photograph tucked between the pages of a book. It depicted a group of people standing in front of the farmhouse, their faces solemn and intent. Among them, she recognized Edward and Eliza Hawthorne, their eyes filled with a knowledge that seemed to transcend time. In the background of the photograph, Anna noticed the presence of the mysterious figure she had encountered in the forest. The realization sent a jolt of recognition through her, a confirmation of the connection she had sensed. The figure was a guardian of secrets, a link between the past and the present. With each discovery, Anna felt the pieces of the puzzle falling into place. The whispers of the past had guided her here, to this moment, to uncover the truth that lay hidden beneath the surface of reality. She was determined to see the journey through, to unravel the mysteries that had eluded generations before her. Leaving the library, Anna's mind buzzed with newfound knowledge and possibilities. The sun hung low in the sky, casting long shadows across the town as she made her way back to the forest. The path seemed different now, more familiar, as if welcoming her return. As she walked, Anna reflected on the journey that had brought her here. The road had been fraught with challenges and uncertainties, yet she felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows. The echoes of history called to her, urging her forward. The forest welcomed her with open arms, the trees whispering secrets as she passed. The path wound its way through the undergrowth, leading her to the clearing where the stone structure stood. The air was thick with anticipation, charged with a sense of destiny. Anna approached the stones, their surfaces glowing softly in the fading light. The symbols seemed to pulse with energy, their patterns forming a tapestry of knowledge and power. She felt a connection to the place, a bond forged through time and experience. Reaching out, Anna placed her hand on the stone, feeling the familiar jolt of energy course through her. The visions returned, clearer and more vivid than before. She saw the Hawthorns standing in the clearing, their faces filled with determination as they performed rituals that spanned the ages. The connection deepened, drawing her into the past, to a time when the boundaries between reality and the unknown were blurred. She felt the presence of ancient forces, entities that existed beyond the veil of understanding, watching and waiting. As the vision faded, Anna withdrew her hand, her mind reeling from the experience. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. With a newfound sense of purpose, Anna turned away from the stones, her heart filled with determination. She was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead. The echoes of history had called to her, and she was prepared to listen, to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna took a step forward, her heart filled with resolve and anticipation. The journey awaited, and she was ready to face whatever lay ahead, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 6: The Unveiling. Anna awoke the next morning with a sense of urgency, her mind still buzzing with the revelations from the day before. The echoes of history had given her a glimpse into the past, but she needed more. She knew that the secrets she sought were hidden in the forest, waiting to be unveiled. The library had provided her with valuable insights into the history of Willow Creek and the Hawthorne family, but she needed more. After a quick breakfast, she gathered her belongings and set out for the forest, the sun barely peeking over the horizon. The air was crisp and cool, the scent of dew-covered leaves filling her lungs. She felt a strange energy coursing through her veins, urging her onward. The path to the forest was familiar now, each step a reminder of the journey she had undertaken. As she walked, Anna reflected on the revelations that had brought her to this point. The journal, the photograph, and the whispers of the past had all led her here, to this moment, to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows. The forest loomed ahead, its trees standing tall and silent, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. Anna felt a sense of anticipation as she stepped into the shade of the canopy, the familiar sounds of rustling leaves and birdsong enveloping her. Her destination was clear, the ancient stone circle where she had experienced the visions of the past. She knew that the answers she sought were connected to the stones, to the symbols that pulsed with energy and power. The path wound its way through the forest, leading her deeper into the heart of the unknown. As she approached the clearing, Anna felt the familiar tingling sensation at the back of her neck, the feeling that she was being watched. She paused for a moment, scanning the shadows for any sign of movement. The forest was still, the only sound the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Anna stepped into the clearing, her heart pounding in her chest. The stones stood silent and imposing, their surfaces glowing softly in the dappled sunlight. She felt a connection to the place, a bond that transcended time and space. She approached the stones, her fingers tracing the intricate patterns etched into their surfaces. The symbols pulsed with energy, each one telling a story of ancient wisdom and forgotten knowledge. Anna felt a sense of awe as she studied the markings, each one revealing a piece of the puzzle she had been trying to solve. The visions returned, more vivid and intense than before. Anna saw the hawthorns standing in the clearing, their faces filled with determination as they performed rituals that spanned the ages. She felt their presence, a connection that transcended time and space. The visions shifted, showing Anna glimpses of the past. She saw the townspeople gathered in the clearing, their faces filled with fear and awe as they watched the rituals unfold. She saw the forest alive with energy, the air crackling with power as ancient forces were summoned. Anna felt herself drawn into the vision, her consciousness merging with the past. She experienced the emotions of those who had come before her, their hopes and fears echoing through the ages. The vision spoke of a pact made long ago, a bargain struck with forces beyond comprehension. As the vision faded, Anna withdrew her hand from the stone, her mind reeling from the experience. The truth was beginning to reveal itself, a tapestry woven from the threads of time and destiny. The secrets of the forest were intertwined with the history of Willow Creek, a legacy passed down through generations. Anna knew that her journey was far from over, that the answers she sought lay buried beneath layers of history and mystery. The echoes of the past had shown her the path, but it was up to her to uncover the truth. With a renewed sense of purpose, Anna turned away from the stones, her heart filled with determination. The forest was alive with possibility, each step a reminder of the journey she had undertaken. She felt a connection to the place, a bond that transcended time and space. As she made her way back through the forest, Anna reflected on the revelations she had experienced. The past and present were intertwined, their stories written in the fabric of reality. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. The path led her to a small stream that wound its way through the forest, its waters sparkling in the sunlight. Anna paused at the edge, kneeling to cup her hands in the cool, clear water. She felt a sense of peace as the liquid flowed over her skin, washing away the remnants of fear and doubt. The journey had been long and arduous, fraught with challenges and uncertainties, yet Anna felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows. The echoes of history called to her, urging her forward. With a final glance at the forest behind her, Anna set her sights on the path ahead. The journey awaited, and she was ready to face whatever lay ahead, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the world in shades of gold and crimson. Anna felt a sense of anticipation. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. She was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead, and to uncover the truth that awaited her in the shadows. Chapter 7. The Labyrinth Within. As the days turned into weeks, Anna found herself increasingly consumed by the mysteries of Willow Creek and its connection to the ancient forces hidden within the forest. Her mind was a whirlwind of thoughts and possibilities, the echoes of history intertwining with her own experiences to create a tapestry of intrigue and discovery. Each morning, she awoke with a sense of purpose, driven by the knowledge that the answers she sought were within reach. Her journey had revealed much, but there were still secrets left to uncover, mysteries that awaited her exploration. The town of Willow Creek carried on its daily routines, the townspeople unaware of the hidden world that lay beneath their feet. Anna felt a growing sense of separation from them, her mind focused on the journey she had undertaken. She knew that her path was unique, that the road she traveled was one that few could comprehend. Anna spent her days exploring the forest, delving deeper into its mysteries and seeking the answers that lay hidden within its depths. She felt a sense of connection to the place, as if the trees and the stones were guiding her toward her destiny. Her explorations led her to a new discovery, a network of caves hidden deep within the forest, their entrances concealed by the undergrowth and the passage of time. The caves were ancient and mysterious, their walls etched with symbols that echoed the markings on the stones. The air was cool and damp as Anna stepped into the darkness, the light from her lantern casting flickering shadows on the walls. She felt a thrill of anticipation as she made her way through the narrow passages, the sound of dripping water echoing in the silence. The caves were a labyrinth, their twists and turns leading her deeper into the heart of the earth. Anna moved carefully, her senses heightened by the knowledge that she was treading a path few had walked before. The air was thick with the scent of earth and stone, a reminder of the ancient forces that lay hidden beneath the surface. As she explored the caverns, Anna discovered evidence of past inhabitants, signs of rituals and ceremonies that had taken place within the shadowed depths. The walls were adorned with carvings, their intricate patterns telling a story of forgotten wisdom and power. Anna felt a sense of awe as she studied the carvings, her fingers tracing the lines etched into the stone. The symbols spoke of a connection between the earth and the cosmos, a bond that transcended time and space. She sensed that the caves were a sacred place, a portal to the mysteries that lay beyond the veil of understanding. As she delved deeper into the labyrinth, Anna felt the presence of something ancient and powerful, a force that resonated with her own journey. The air was charged with energy, the darkness alive with possibilities and secrets. In the heart of the labyrinth, Anna discovered a chamber larger than the others, its walls adorned with symbols that pulsed with energy and power. The air was thick with anticipation, the atmosphere charged with a sense of destiny. Anna felt drawn to the center of the chamber, her heart pounding in her chest. The stone floor was cool beneath her feet, the silence broken only by the steady rhythm of her breathing. She knew that she had reached a turning point in her journey, a moment that would shape the course of her destiny. As she stood in the chamber, Anna felt a connection to the past, a bond that transcended time and space. The echoes of history resonated within her, the voices of those who had come before guiding her toward the truth. The visions returned, more vivid and intense than before. Anna saw the hawthorns standing in the chamber, their faces filled with determination and purpose. They were part of a lineage that spanned generations, a legacy passed down through time. The visions shifted, revealing glimpses of the past. Anna saw the townspeople gathered in the chamber, their faces filled with awe and fear as they witnessed the rituals that unfolded before them. The air crackled with energy, the boundaries between reality and the unknown blurring. Anna felt herself drawn into the vision, her consciousness merging with the past. She experienced the emotions of those who had come before her, their hopes and fears echoing through the ages. The vision spoke of a pact made long ago, a bargain struck with forces beyond comprehension. As the vision faded, Anna withdrew from the chamber, her mind reeling from the experience. The truth was beginning to reveal itself, a tapestry woven from the threads of time and destiny. The secrets of the caves were intertwined with the history of Willow Creek, a legacy passed down through generations. Anna knew that her journey was far from over, that the answers she sought lay buried beneath layers of history and mystery. The echoes of the past had shown her the path, but it was up to her to uncover the truth. With a renewed sense of purpose, Anna retraced her steps through the labyrinth, her heart filled with determination. The caves were alive with possibility, each step a reminder of the journey she had undertaken. She felt a connection to the place, a bond that transcended time and space. As she emerged from the darkness, the forest welcomed her with open arms, the trees whispering secrets as she passed. The path wound its way through the undergrowth, leading her back to the familiar world of Willow Creek. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. Anna felt a sense of anticipation as she made her way back to town, her mind filled with possibilities and revelations. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead, and to uncover the truth that awaited her in the shadows. The echoes of history had called to her, and she was prepared to listen, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 8. The Shadows Deepen. Anna returned to her small rented cottage on the outskirts of Willow Creek, her mind buzzing with the revelations from the labyrinthine caves. The discoveries she had made, the visions she had experienced, all seemed to coalesce into a tapestry of mystery and destiny that demanded to be unraveled. She felt a deep connection to the forces she had encountered, a pull that seemed to draw her further into the shadows of history. The town itself was quiet, the daily rhythms of life carrying on as usual. Yet, Anna sensed an undercurrent of tension, as if the very air was charged with anticipation. The townspeople went about their routines, unaware of the secrets that lay hidden beneath their feet. Anna knew that the journey she was on was hers alone, a path that few could understand. The day was overcast, the sky a blanket of gray that seemed to cast a pall over the landscape. Anna found herself drawn back to the forest, to the hidden world that had become a second home. The trees stood tall and silent, their branches swaying gently in the breeze, whispering secrets that only she could hear. The path was familiar, each step a reminder of the journey she had undertaken. Anna's mind wandered as she walked, her thoughts a whirlwind of possibilities and revelations. The caves had shown her glimpses of the past, but she sensed there was more to discover, more layers to peel back before the truth could be fully revealed. As she walked, Anna's thoughts turned to the Hawthorne family, their presence lingering in her mind like a shadow. The vision she had experienced in the caves had given her a deeper understanding of their role in the history of Willow Creek, yet there were still questions left unanswered. She remembered the photographs she had found in the library, the faces of Edward and Eliza Hawthorne staring back at her with eyes that seemed to hold the weight of ages. The Hawthornes had been part of something larger than themselves, a legacy that spanned generations. Anna felt a kinship with them, a connection that transcended time and space. Her steps led her to the edge of the forest, where a narrow path wound its way up a hill. At the top stood a weathered old church, its steeple reaching towards the sky like a sentinel watching over the town. The building had seen better days, its paint peeling and its windows cracked, yet it exuded a sense of history and mystery. Anna had passed the church many times before, but today it seemed to call to her, its presence a beacon in the fog of her thoughts. She felt a pull, a need to explore its hidden depths, to uncover the secrets that lay within its walls. The door creaked open as Anna pushed it, the sound echoing in the stillness. Inside, the church was dimly lit, shafts of light streaming through the dusty windows to cast patterns on the worn wooden pews. The air was cool and musty, filled with the scent of aged wood and incense. Anna wandered through the aisles, her footsteps echoing in the silence. The church felt empty, yet she sensed a presence, a lingering energy that seemed to resonate with her own journey. The walls were adorned with faded paintings and tapestries, their colors muted by time, yet still vibrant with stories waiting to be told. In the corner of the church, Anna discovered a small room that appeared to be an office or study. The walls were lined with bookshelves filled with dusty tomes and yellowed papers, their spines cracked and worn from years of use. The room felt alive with history, each book and document a testament to the passage of time. Anna's fingers traced the spines of the books, her curiosity piqued by the titles that spoke of ancient lore and forgotten knowledge. She pulled a book from the shelf, its cover embossed with symbols that echoed those she had seen in the caves. The pages were filled with dense text and intricate illustrations, each one revealing a piece of the puzzle she sought to solve. As she read, Anna felt a connection to the words, a sense that she was uncovering truths that had been hidden for centuries. The book spoke of rituals and ceremonies, of pacts made with forces beyond understanding. The echoes of the past resonated within her, guiding her toward the truth. The hours slipped away as Anna delved deeper into the book, her mind absorbed by the revelations contained within its pages. She felt a sense of clarity, as if the pieces of the puzzle were finally falling into place. The journey she had undertaken was leading her toward a destination, a point where the past and present would converge. As the light outside began to fade, casting long shadows across the room, Anna closed the book and returned it to the shelf. She felt a sense of satisfaction, a knowledge that she was on the right path, yet there was still much to discover. With a final glance around the church, Anna made her way back outside, the cool evening air a welcome contrast to the musty confines of the building. The path wound its way down the hill, leading her back to the forest, to the world that had become her sanctuary. The journey had been long and arduous, filled with challenges and uncertainties, yet Anna felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows. The echoes of history called to her, urging her forward. As she made her way back through the forest, Anna reflected on the revelations she had experienced. The past and present were intertwined, their stories written in the fabric of reality. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead, and to uncover the truth that awaited her in the shadows. The echoes of history had called to her, and she was prepared to listen, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 9. The Enigma of the Lake. Anna felt an increasing pull towards the old tales whispered among the townspeople about the lake on the outskirts of Willow Creek. Though most dismissed them as mere folklore, Anna sensed there was more to these stories than met the eye. It was said that the lake held secrets older than the town itself, secrets that had been forgotten by time. The lake was situated deep within the forest, its waters still and silent, reflecting the sky like a mirror. The trees that surrounded it formed a dense barrier, their branches intertwining to create a canopy that shrouded the area in perpetual twilight. Anna felt drawn to this place, believing that the lake held answers to the mysteries she had been unraveling. As she made her way through the forest, The path became more difficult to navigate, the underbrush thick and unyielding. The air grew cooler, a gentle breeze rustling the leaves overhead. Anna felt a sense of anticipation as she approached the lake, the sense of something ancient and powerful resonating within her. The sight of the lake was breathtaking, its surface smooth as glass, untouched by wind or disturbance. The water was a deep, dark blue, the color of midnight, and Anna felt as if she was staring into the abyss of time itself. The lake exuded a sense of calm, yet beneath its placid surface, she sensed a hidden energy waiting to be unleashed. Anna circled the lake's edge, her eyes scanning the shoreline for any clues or signs that might shed light on the secrets hidden beneath its waters. The ground was soft and marshy, each step sinking slightly into the earth. She felt a growing sense of urgency, a need to uncover the truth that lay just beyond her reach. Her exploration led her to a small clearing at the water's edge, where she discovered a collection of stones arranged in a circle, similar to those she had seen in the forest. The stones were weathered and ancient, their surfaces covered in moss and lichen. Anna felt a familiar tingling sensation as she approached them, the air charged with energy. The symbols etched into the stones were similar to those she had encountered in the caves, their patterns intricate and complex. Anna studied them intently, her fingers tracing the lines as if trying to unlock the secrets they held. The symbols seemed to pulse with a life of their own, each one telling a story of ancient wisdom and power. As she stood within the circle, Anna felt a sense of connection to the lake, as if it was speaking to her in a language only she could understand. The water shimmered in the fading light, casting patterns of light and shadow across the clearing. She felt a pull, a desire to immerse herself in the lake's depths, to discover the truth hidden beneath its surface. Anna hesitated, knowing the risks involved in venturing into the unknown. Yet the call of the lake was irresistible, a siren song that beckoned her to take the plunge. She removed her shoes and stepped cautiously into the water, its coolness a shock to her senses. The water embraced her, drawing her deeper with each step until she was submerged up to her waist. The world above faded away, leaving only the sound of her heartbeat and the gentle lapping of the water against her skin. Anna felt a sense of peace, as if she had entered a realm where time stood still and the worries of the world melted away. Beneath the surface, the lake was alive with color and light, the water teeming with life and movement. Anna marveled at the beauty that lay hidden beneath the placid exterior, a world of wonder and mystery that had remained untouched for centuries. As she ventured further into the depths, Anna felt a change in the water, a shift in the energy that surrounded her. The lake seemed to come alive, its currents swirling around her with increasing intensity. She felt a connection to the past, a bond that transcended time and space. The visions returned, more vivid and intense than before. Anna saw glimpses of the lake's history, its waters reflecting the passage of time and the lives of those who had come before her. She saw the Hawthorne family gathered at the lake's edge, their faces filled with reverence as they performed rituals to honor the forces of nature. The visions shifted, revealing scenes of the townspeople gathered at the lake, their faces filled with awe and fear as they witnessed the power that lay hidden within its depths. The air crackled with energy, the boundaries between reality and the unknown blurring. Anna felt herself drawn into the vision, her consciousness merging with the past. She experienced the emotions of those who had come before her, their hopes and fears echoing through the ages. The vision spoke of a pact made long ago, a bargain struck with forces beyond comprehension. As the vision faded, Anna withdrew from the depths, her mind reeling from the experience. The truth was beginning to reveal itself, a tapestry woven from the threads of time and destiny. The secrets of the lake were intertwined with the history of Willow Creek, a legacy passed down through generations. Anna knew that her journey was far from over, that the answers she sought lay buried beneath layers of history and mystery. The echoes of the past had shown her the path, but it was up to her to uncover the truth. With a renewed sense of purpose, Anna made her way back to the shore, her heart filled with determination. The lake was alive with possibility, each ripple a reminder of the journey she had undertaken. She felt a connection to the place, a bond that transcended time and space. As she made her way back through the forest, Anna reflected on the revelations she had experienced. The past and present were intertwined, their stories written in the fabric of reality. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead, and to uncover the truth that awaited her in the shadows. The echoes of history had called to her, and she was prepared to listen, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 10. The Guardian of the Passage. The days grew shorter as autumn approached, casting a golden hue over Willow Creek and the surrounding forest. The once vibrant foliage was beginning to turn, the leaves a tapestry of red, orange, and gold. Anna felt a renewed sense of urgency, knowing that her time to uncover the truth was growing shorter with each passing day. Her exploration of the lake had deepened her connection to the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. The visions had revealed glimpses of a pact made long ago, a bargain with forces beyond understanding. Yet there was still one part of the enigma that remained elusive, the Guardian of the Passage, a figure whispered about in the old stories and folklore. The tales spoke of a hidden entrance, a passage that led to a place of great power and danger. It was said that the Guardian, an ancient and formidable entity, protected this passage, ensuring that only those worthy could enter. Anna felt a growing sense of determination to find this passage and uncover the truth that lay beyond. Her search led her back to the forest, to the ancient trees and winding paths that had become her second home. The air was crisp and cool, the scent of fallen leaves mingling with the earthy aroma of the forest. Anna felt a connection to the place, a bond that guided her steps as she ventured deeper into the woods. The forest was alive with the sounds of autumn, rustling leaves, chirping birds, and the distant call of a deer. Anna moved carefully, her eyes scanning the undergrowth for any sign of the hidden entrance. She knew that the Guardian would be vigilant, that the passage would be well concealed from prying eyes. Her journey took her to a new part of the forest, a region she had not explored before. The trees here were older and more gnarled, their branches twisted into strange shapes. The air was thick with a sense of mystery, as if the very forest was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. As Anna ventured deeper, she noticed a change in the atmosphere. The forest grew quieter, the sounds of wildlife fading away. The air was colder, the leaves crunching beneath her feet. She felt a growing sense of anticipation, as if she was on the brink of discovering something profound. Her search led her to a clearing surrounded by ancient, towering trees. In the center of the clearing stood a massive stone archway, its surface covered in intricate carvings and symbols. The archway seemed to pulse with energy, a gateway to another world hidden within the forest. Anna approached the archway with a sense of awe and reverence. The carvings were unlike anything she had seen before, their patterns complex and mysterious. The symbols seemed to shift and change as she studied them, their meanings eluding her understanding. She felt a sense of power emanating from the archway, a reminder of the forces that lay beyond. The archway led to a narrow passage, its entrance concealed by thick vines and undergrowth. Anna pushed through the vegetation, her heart pounding in her chest. The passage was dark and winding, the air thick with the scent of damp earth. She felt a sense of trepidation as she ventured further, knowing that the guardian of the passage was close. The passage opened into a vast underground chamber, its walls lined with ancient runes and symbols. The chamber was dimly lit, the only light coming from flickering torches mounted along the walls. Anna felt a sense of awe as she entered the chamber, the grandeur of the space overwhelming her senses. In the center of the chamber stood a large stone pedestal, its surface adorned with a single, ornate artifact. The artifact was a small, intricately carved box, its surface covered in symbols that echoed those on the archway. Anna felt a pull towards the box, a sense that it held the key to the mysteries she sought to unravel. As she approached the pedestal, Anna noticed a figure standing at the edge of the chamber, partially obscured by shadows. The figure was tall and imposing, its presence commanding respect and fear. The guardian of the passage had revealed itself, a silent sentinel watching over the artifact. The guardian was a figure of ancient power, its form shrouded in darkness and mystery. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, a reminder of the forces that lay beyond the veil of understanding. Anna felt a sense of reverence and trepidation as she stood before the guardian, aware of the significance of the moment. The chamber was silent, the only sound the steady drip of water from the ceiling and the faint rustling of the guardian's presence. Anna felt a connection to the guardian, a sense that it was an integral part of the journey she had undertaken. The guardian was a bridge between the past and the present, a protector of the secrets that lay hidden within the chamber. As she stood before the pedestal, Anna felt a growing sense of understanding. The artifact on the pedestal was a key to unlocking the truth, a piece of the puzzle that had eluded her until now. The guardian was a protector, ensuring that only those worthy could access the knowledge contained within the artifact. With a deep breath, Anna reached out and touched the artifact, her fingers brushing against its surface. The symbols on the box seemed to pulse with energy, their meanings coming to life as she made contact. The air in the chamber grew warmer, the energy surrounding her intensifying. The guardian remained silent, its presence a constant reminder of the power that lay hidden within the chamber. Anna felt a sense of purpose, a drive to uncover the truth that lay beyond the artifact. The journey was far from over, but she knew that she was closer to discovering the answers she sought. With the artifact in hand, Anna turned to leave the chamber, her heart filled with determination. The guardian's gaze followed her, a silent sentinel watching over her as she made her way back through the passage. The forest awaited her, its secrets still hidden in the shadows. As she emerged from the passage and stepped back into the forest, Anna felt a sense of accomplishment. The journey had revealed more than she could have imagined, yet there were still questions left unanswered, mysteries that awaited discovery. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna was ready to embrace the journey, to face the challenges that lay ahead, and to uncover the truth that awaited her in the shadows. The echoes of history had called to her, and she was prepared to listen, to uncover the secrets that had been buried in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 11. The Ritual of Awakening. As autumn deepened, the forest around Willow Creek took on a more somber tone. The vibrant colors of the leaves had faded to muted shades of brown and gray, the chill in the air signaling the approach of winter. Anna, however, felt a sense of urgency that overshadowed the season's tranquil beauty. With the artifact she had recovered from the guardian's chamber, she knew she was on the brink of uncovering a truth that lay buried for centuries. The artifact, a small, intricately carved box, was both mesmerizing and enigmatic. Its surface was covered in symbols that seemed to shift and change as if alive, pulsing with a faint, otherworldly light. The box had been a silent, powerful presence in her journey, and Anna felt its weight both physically and metaphorically. It was a key to the mysteries she sought to unravel. Anna's research into the artifact symbols led her back to the library, where she meticulously cross-referenced ancient texts and manuscripts. The symbols on the box bore a striking resemblance to those found in old religious texts and manuscripts she had previously examined. Each line, curve, and mark seemed to have a purpose, a part of a greater whole that she was beginning to piece together. The days she spent in the library were filled with a sense of reverence and intensity. The pages she turned, yellowed and fragile, were filled with descriptions of ancient rituals and ceremonies. The patterns and symbols, though complex, started to form a coherent narrative when viewed through the lens of the artifact. The realization dawned that the box was not merely a relic but a central element in a larger, forgotten ritual. One evening, as twilight settled over Willow Creek, Anna set out to prepare for the ritual she believed was necessary to unlock the full power of the artifact. She walked to the edge of town, where the forest seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. The journey led her to a secluded glade she had discovered during her previous explorations, a place that seemed to resonate with the energy of the artifact. The clearing was surrounded by ancient trees, their gnarled branches forming a natural barrier that shielded the area from the outside world. At the center of the clearing was a large stone altar, its surface covered in moss and lichen. The altar was adorned with symbols similar to those on the artifact, their presence a reminder of the ritual that was to come. Anna carefully placed the artifact on the altar, its intricate carvings casting faint shadows in the dim light. She had brought with her several items necessary for the ritual: candles, incense, and a collection of ancient texts detailing the steps of the ceremony. Each item was chosen with care, its significance carefully considered. The ritual began with the lighting of the candles, their flames flickering in the stillness of the clearing. Anna arranged the candles around the altar in a specific pattern, their light casting a warm, golden glow that contrasted with the growing darkness of the evening. The incense was lit next, its fragrant smoke curling into the air, filling the clearing with a sense of calm and focus. With the candles and incense in place, Anna turned her attention to the ancient texts. The texts described the steps of the ritual in detail, each action and gesture imbued with symbolic meaning. She followed the instructions meticulously, her movements deliberate and precise. The ritual required a series of specific gestures, each one designed to awaken the power of the artifact and unlock its secrets. Anna's focus was intense as she performed each step of the ritual, her mind attuned to the energy that flowed through the clearing. The air grew heavy with anticipation, the scent of incense mingling with the earthy aroma of the forest. The symbols on the artifact seemed to respond to her actions, their light growing brighter as the ritual progressed. As the ritual reached its climax, Anna felt a surge of energy, a powerful force that seemed to connect her with the artifact and the ancient powers it represented. The clearing was filled with a soft, ethereal light, the boundaries between reality and the unknown blurring. The symbols on the artifact glowed with an otherworldly brilliance, their meanings becoming clear. In the midst of the ritual, Anna was flooded with visions, glimpses of the past, of the ancient ceremonies and pacts that had taken place in this very clearing. She saw the figures of those who had come before her, their faces etched with determination and reverence. The visions spoke of a time when the forces of nature and the cosmos were revered and harnessed, a time when the boundaries between worlds were more fluid. The energy of the ritual seemed to reach its zenith, the power that flowed through the clearing overwhelming Anna's senses. She felt a profound connection to the past, a sense of continuity that transcended time. The artifact, the clearing, and the ritual were all part of a greater whole, a tapestry woven from the threads of history and destiny. As the ritual came to an end, the light began to fade, the clearing returning to its natural state. The candles burned low, their flames casting gentle shadows on the altar. The incense had burned away, leaving behind a lingering aroma that mingled with the crisp evening air. The artifact remained on the altar, its symbols now dim but still resonant with the power that had been awakened. Anna felt a sense of accomplishment, a deep satisfaction that came from having completed the ritual. The journey had been long and arduous, but she had uncovered a piece of the puzzle, a key to the mysteries that lay ahead. The ritual had connected her to the forces of the past, and she felt a renewed sense of purpose as she prepared to continue her journey. With the ritual complete, Anna carefully gathered her belongings and prepared to leave the clearing. The forest seemed to welcome her, the trees and the shadows whispering their secrets as she made her way back to town. The road stretched out before her, a path forged by fate and destiny. Anna knew that the journey was far from over, that there were still many questions left unanswered and mysteries that awaited discovery. The artifact and the ritual had revealed new insights, yet there was more to uncover, more layers of history and truth to explore. As she walked through the forest, Anna felt a sense of anticipation and resolve. The journey had brought her closer to the truth, but there were still challenges ahead. The echoes of history called to her, urging her forward. She was ready to embrace the journey, to face the unknown, and to uncover the secrets that had been hidden in the darkness for far too long. Chapter 12. The Secrets of the Ancient Ruins. Winter had settled over Willow Creek, blanketing the town and its surroundings in a thick layer of snow. The once vibrant landscape was now a monochrome world of white and gray, the cold air sharp and biting. Anna moved through this frozen world with a sense of purpose, her recent discoveries and the artifact's power driving her forward. The completion of the ritual had revealed a new path in her quest for knowledge. Ancient texts and visions had pointed to the existence of a set of ruins buried deep within the forest, a place where the secrets of the past were said to be hidden. These ruins were believed to be a key to understanding the forces that had shaped the history of Willow Creek and the artifact she now possessed. Anna set out early one morning, the snow crunching beneath her boots as she made her way through the forest. The journey was arduous, the snow-covered terrain making each step a challenge. The trees stood tall and silent, their bare branches heavy with snow. The forest, usually so alive with sound, was eerily quiet, the only noise the whisper of the wind through the trees. The ancient ruins were located in a remote part of the forest, a place few had ventured to in living memory. Anna relied on the directions provided by the texts and her own sense of intuition to guide her. The landscape grew more rugged and wild as she traveled, the snow accumulating in drifts and the forest growing denser. After hours of trekking through the snow, Anna arrived at the entrance to the ruins. The site was marked by a pair of massive stone pillars, their surfaces covered in intricate carvings that echoed the symbols on the artifact. The pillars stood like sentinels, guarding the entrance to the ancient site. The ruins themselves were partially buried under snow, their outlines barely visible against the white expanse. The structures were weathered and broken, their once majestic forms now reduced to crumbling stone. The architecture was unlike anything Anna had seen before. Large, imposing structures with complex geometric designs and carvings. Anna carefully made her way through the ruins, her footsteps leaving deep impressions in the snow. The cold air was filled with the scent of ancient stone and the faintest hint of something more, an underlying energy that seemed to pulse through the ruins. The remnants of what had once been a grand and sacred place now lay in a state of disrepair, but their power was still palpable. The central area of the ruins was dominated by a large stone altar, similar in design to the one in the clearing but much grander in scale. The altar was adorned with symbols and carvings that seemed to tell a story, a visual narrative of ancient rituals and ceremonies. The stone was covered in a thin layer of snow, which Anna carefully brushed away to reveal the details beneath. Anna's exploration led her to a series of interconnected chambers and passageways, each one filled with carvings and inscriptions that detailed the history and significance of the site. The chambers were dimly lit by the light filtering through cracks in the stone, casting long shadows that danced across the walls. In one of the larger chambers, Anna discovered a series of murals depicting scenes from ancient times. The murals were faded and worn, but their details were still visible. They showed figures engaged in rituals, their movements graceful and deliberate. The murals also depicted celestial events, such as eclipses and alignments of stars, suggesting a deep connection between the site and cosmic forces. As Anna studied the murals, she felt a sense of awe and reverence. The site was clearly of great importance, a place where the ancient people had conducted ceremonies to honor and harness the power of the cosmos. The connection to the artifact she carried became clearer, the rituals and symbols of the ruins aligning with those she had encountered before. The passages of the ruins were lined with shelves and alcoves, some containing ancient artifacts and remnants of ceremonial items. Anna found several objects that matched the descriptions in the texts she had studied. Small, intricately carved figures, ceremonial vessels, and fragments of scrolls. Each item was a piece of the puzzle, contributing to the larger understanding of the site and its significance. In one of the deeper chambers, Anna discovered a hidden chamber behind a false wall. The chamber was small and circular, its walls adorned with a series of inscriptions that seemed to form a cohesive message. The inscriptions were written in a language that was unfamiliar to her, but the symbols were reminiscent of those on the artifact. Anna carefully examined the inscriptions, her mind racing to decode their meaning. The symbols were arranged in a pattern that suggested a ritual or ceremony, possibly a final step in unlocking the power of the artifact. The chamber contained a pedestal, upon which rested a small stone box similar in appearance to the artifact she possessed. With a sense of anticipation, Anna approached the pedestal and examined the box. It was adorned with symbols and carvings that matched those on the artifact, suggesting a connection between the two. She opened the box carefully, revealing a set of ancient scrolls and a small, ornate key. The scrolls were old and fragile, their edges worn and discolored. Anna handled them with care, unrolling them to reveal a series of diagrams and instructions. The scrolls detailed a final ritual, one that required the use of the key to unlock the power of the artifact and complete the ceremonial process. Anna felt a surge of excitement as she realized the significance of her discovery. The key and the scrolls were the final pieces of the puzzle, providing the missing link between the artifact and the ancient rituals. The ruins had revealed their secrets, and Anna was now in possession of the knowledge needed to complete the journey. The sense of accomplishment was tempered by a deep understanding of the responsibility that came with this knowledge. The power contained within the artifact and the rituals was immense, and Anna knew that she had to approach the final steps with caution and reverence. With the scrolls and the key in hand, Anna prepared to leave the ruins. The snow continued to fall gently, covering the ancient site in a fresh layer of white. The journey through the ruins had been transformative, providing her with the insights needed to unlock the full potential of the artifact. As she made her way back through the snow-covered forest, Anna felt a sense of both fulfillment and anticipation. The path ahead was clear, the final ritual waiting to be performed. The ruins had provided the answers she sought, and she was ready to embrace the final steps of her journey. The forest seemed to welcome her return, the snow-covered landscape a reminder of the challenges and discoveries that lay ahead. Anna was prepared to face whatever came next, knowing that the journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden in the shadows. The ancient ruins had been a key to unlocking the mysteries of the past, and Anna was ready to continue her quest for knowledge and truth. Chapter 13. The Key to the Darkness. The winter snow persisted, its silent blanket covering Willow Creek in a serene, frozen world. Anna's time in the ancient ruins had illuminated the path ahead, and she now felt the weight of the journey's culmination. The scrolls and the key she had discovered were crucial components in completing the final ritual, and she knew that the time had come to put her discoveries into action. Anna returned to her study in the small library she had set up in her home, surrounded by the books and artifacts that had guided her thus far. The scrolls were laid out on a large table, their delicate surfaces illuminated by the soft light of a lantern. The key, an ornate and intricately designed object, rested beside them, its importance unmistakable. The scrolls detailed a final ceremony that required precise execution. The diagrams and symbols depicted a ritual of awakening, designed to harness and channel the ancient power Anna had uncovered. The ritual was complex, involving specific arrangements of symbols, gestures, and the use of the key to unlock the full potential of the artifact. Anna spent days preparing for the ritual, her focus unwavering. She gathered the necessary components, sacred herbs, ceremonial candles, and other items mentioned in the scrolls. Each item was selected with care, its role in the ceremony meticulously planned. The preparation was exhaustive, each detail aligning with the instructions in the ancient texts. As the ritual date approached, Anna chose a location for the ceremony, a secluded, serene spot on the edge of the forest, near the site of the ancient ruins. The place was quiet and removed from the distractions of everyday life, providing the perfect environment for the ritual. She meticulously prepared the area, laying out the candles, arranging the symbols, and preparing the ceremonial space according to the instructions in the scrolls. On the day of the ritual, the world outside was blanketed in a thick layer of snow, the landscape both beautiful and stark. Anna approached the site with a sense of reverence and anticipation, her breath visible in the cold air. She carried with her the artifact, the key, and the scrolls, each item essential to the ceremony she was about to perform. The ceremonial space was carefully arranged, with the candles positioned in a specific pattern around a central altar. The altar was adorned with symbols and carvings that matched those described in the scrolls. The artifact was placed at the center, its intricate designs glowing softly in the flickering candlelight. Anna began the ritual by lighting the candles, their flames casting a warm, golden glow in the encroaching darkness. The scent of burning herbs filled the air, mingling with the crispness of the winter night. The symbols on the altar were illuminated by the candlelight, their meanings coming to life as Anna performed the initial steps of the ceremony. Following the instructions in the scrolls, Anna moved with precision and care, each gesture and action imbued with purpose. The ritual required a series of specific movements, each one designed to awaken the power of the artifact and channel it into the surrounding environment. The air around her seemed to hum with energy, the atmosphere charged with anticipation. The key was an integral part of the ritual, its use marking a pivotal moment in the ceremony. Anna approached the artifact and carefully inserted the key into a hidden slot, its ornate design aligning perfectly with the carvings on the box. As she turned the key, the artifact emitted a soft, resonant hum, its symbols glowing with a newfound intensity. The ritual reached a critical juncture as Anna followed the final steps outlined in the scrolls. The symbols on the altar began to shift and change, their patterns evolving as the power of the artifact was unlocked. The candles flickered and danced, their light casting shifting shadows that seemed to take on a life of their own. As the ritual progressed, Anna felt a profound sense of connection to the forces she was invoking. The artifact's power surged, its energy flowing through the ceremonial space and into the surrounding environment. The snow-covered landscape seemed to come alive, the cold air vibrating with the intensity of the moment. The culmination of the ritual brought a sense of both completion and anticipation. The symbols on the artifact and the altar were now fully illuminated, their meanings clear and powerful. The energy of the ritual had reached its zenith, the ancient forces harnessed and awakened. Anna felt a deep sense of accomplishment, knowing that she had fulfilled the ancient rites and unlocked the secrets of the artifact. As the energy of the ritual subsided, the atmosphere returned to its natural state. The candles burned low, their flames casting gentle shadows on the altar. The air was filled with a lingering aroma of herbs and incense, mingling with the crisp scent of the winter night. Anna took a moment to reflect on the significance of the ritual. The power of the artifact had been unlocked, and the ancient forces had been awakened. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the artifact and the secrets of the past. With the ritual complete, Anna carefully gathered her belongings and prepared to leave the ceremonial space. The snow continued to fall softly, covering the landscape in a fresh layer of white. The world outside was tranquil and serene, a stark contrast to the intense energy of the ritual. As she made her way back to her home, Anna felt a sense of both fulfillment and anticipation. The ritual had been a critical step in her journey, and she knew that there were still mysteries to uncover and challenges to face. The artifact and the ancient forces it represented had revealed their power, but the path ahead remained uncertain. The forest, now cloaked in snow, seemed to welcome her return. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the secrets of the past, and she was ready to continue her quest for knowledge and truth. The echoes of history and the power of the artifact had guided her thus far, and Anna was prepared to face whatever lay ahead in her pursuit of the ultimate truth. Chapter 14. The Echoes of the Void. As winter deepened, Willow Creek lay under a thick blanket of snow. The town and its surroundings reduced to a world of stillness and quiet. The snow-covered landscape was both beautiful and foreboding, its silence a stark contrast to the turmoil within Anna's mind. The recent ritual had unlocked the power of the artifact, but it had also unveiled a new layer of mystery, one that was both exhilarating and unsettling. The power of the artifact, once awakened, had begun to manifest in subtle ways. Anna's dreams were filled with vivid visions and fragmented memories, each one hinting at deeper truths and hidden realities. The boundaries between dreams and waking life began to blur, the sense of reality becoming increasingly fluid and elusive. Determined to make sense of these new developments, Anna delved into her research with renewed intensity. The scrolls and texts she had collected were now complemented by the artifacts she had discovered in the ruins. Each piece of evidence was examined meticulously, the symbols and inscriptions scrutinized for any clue that might explain the strange occurrences. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness settled over Willow Creek, Anna was drawn to an old journal she had found among the ruins. The journal was worn and fragile, its leather cover cracked and faded. The pages within were filled with handwritten notes, sketches, and observations that seemed to recount the experiences of someone who had studied the same artifacts and rituals. The journal's author had documented their own encounters with the artifact, describing strange phenomena and unsettling visions. The entries spoke of a growing sense of dread and a feeling of being watched, as if the artifact had awakened something dark and powerful. The descriptions were unsettlingly familiar to Anna, mirroring the sensations she had experienced since performing the ritual. Among the journal's entries was a detailed account of a cosmic event, a rare alignment of stars and planets that was said to amplify the artifact's power. The author had noted the date of the alignment, which was approaching. This event, according to the journal, was a time when the veil between worlds would be at its thinnest, and the power of the artifact could reach its full potential. Anna realized that the alignment was imminent, and that it would be crucial to her understanding of the artifact's true nature. The journal's final entries described a plan to perform a ceremonial rite during the alignment, a ritual intended to harness the cosmic energies and unlock the artifact's deepest secrets. The approaching cosmic event filled Anna with both anticipation and apprehension. She knew that the ritual outlined in the journal was a critical step in her journey, but she also felt a deep sense of foreboding. The visions and sensations she had experienced were growing more intense, hinting at a darkness that lay just beyond the edge of perception. As the date of the alignment drew nearer, Anna prepared for the ceremony with careful precision. She chose a location for the ritual that was both secluded and significant. A high plateau overlooking the forest where the vastness of the night sky would provide a clear view of the cosmic event. The plateau was a place of natural beauty, but its isolation also added an element of solitude and introspection. The preparations for the ritual were extensive. Anna gathered the necessary items and artifacts, including the ceremonial tools described in the journal. The plateau was meticulously arranged, with symbols and markings inscribed on the ground in alignment with the celestial event. The artifacts were placed in a specific arrangement, their positions carefully calculated to correspond with the stars and planets. On the night of the alignment, the sky was clear and dark, the stars and planets shining with an otherworldly brilliance. Anna arrived at the plateau early, her breath visible in the cold air as she prepared the ceremonial space. The sense of anticipation was palpable, the atmosphere charged with a combination of excitement and unease. As the alignment began, Anna performed the ritual as described in the journal. The symbols and markings on the ground were illuminated by the light of the stars, their patterns shifting and changing as the cosmic event reached its peak. The artifact was placed at the center of the ceremonial space, its power resonating with the energies of the alignment. The ritual required a series of specific actions and gestures, each one intended to harness and channel the cosmic forces. Anna moved with precision and purpose, her focus unwavering as she performed each step of the ceremony. The energy in the air grew more intense, the atmosphere vibrating with the power of the alignment. As the alignment reached its zenith, Anna felt a profound connection to the cosmos. The boundaries between the physical world and the spiritual realm seemed to dissolve, the veil between worlds thinning as the cosmic energies surged. The artifact responded to the energies, its symbols glowing with an otherworldly light. The ritual reached a critical moment as Anna performed the final gestures, the cosmic forces converging on the artifact. The energy was overwhelming, a powerful force that seemed to connect her with the very fabric of the universe. The sky above was filled with a brilliant, ethereal light, the stars and planets aligning in a celestial dance. In the midst of the ritual, Anna was flooded with visions of distant realms and hidden dimensions. The visions were both beautiful and terrifying, glimpses of a reality that lay beyond the comprehension of ordinary existence. The cosmic energies seemed to unveil the secrets of the universe, revealing truths that were both awe-inspiring and disconcerting. As the alignment began to wane, the intensity of the ritual gradually subsided. The light in the sky faded, the stars and planets returning to their usual positions. The artifact's glow dimmed, its power now harnessed and stabilized. The plateau was left in a state of quiet reflection, the echoes of the cosmic event lingering in the stillness. Anna took a moment to absorb the significance of the ritual. The cosmic alignment had amplified the artifact's power, unlocking new levels of understanding and insight. The visions and experiences had provided her with glimpses of a deeper reality, a truth that lay beyond the surface of existence. The return journey was marked by a sense of both fulfillment and contemplation. The night sky, now returning to its usual darkness, seemed to hold a new depth of meaning. The cosmic event had revealed the vastness of the universe and the interconnectedness of all things. Anna knew that her journey was far from over. The ritual had opened new doors and unveiled new questions, but there were still many mysteries to uncover. The artifact and the cosmic forces had provided her with valuable insights, but the path ahead remained uncertain. As she made her way back to Willow Creek, Anna felt a renewed sense of purpose. The cosmic event had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the artifact and the universe. The echoes of the void had revealed glimpses of a reality beyond the ordinary, and Anna was prepared to continue her quest for knowledge and truth. The snow-covered landscape of Willow Creek seemed to welcome her return, its tranquility a stark contrast to the intensity of the ritual. The journey had brought her closer to the ultimate truth, and Anna was ready to face whatever lay ahead in her pursuit of enlightenment and discovery. Chapter 15. The Unraveling Reality. The calm of winter was deceptive, hiding the growing turbulence within Anna's world. As the snow continued to blanket Willow Creek, its serenity contrasted sharply with the storm brewing in her mind. The cosmic ritual had altered her perception, revealing hidden truths that shook the foundation of her understanding. The veil between the mundane and the mystical had thinned, and reality seemed to waver. Days after the cosmic alignment, Anna began to notice subtle changes in her environment. Objects in her home appeared slightly altered, their shapes and colors shifting imperceptibly. The walls seemed to breathe, their surfaces rippling with an otherworldly energy. The familiar had become strange, and the once comforting space now felt unsettling. Anna's dreams grew increasingly vivid and disturbing. She was haunted by visions of dark, shifting landscapes where shadows moved with a life of their own. These dreams were filled with glimpses of otherworldly entities and distorted versions of reality, each one more unsettling than the last. The boundary between dream and wakefulness became increasingly blurred, leaving Anna disoriented and fearful. In her waking hours, Anna struggled to make sense of the changes. She delved deeper into her research, poring over ancient texts and scrolls for clues. The knowledge she had gained from the artifact and the cosmic ritual now seemed incomplete, as if it had opened a door to a deeper, more complex reality. The sense of impending revelation was both exciting and terrifying. One morning, Anna discovered a new set of markings on the artifact. The symbols, which had previously been dormant, had shifted and evolved into a complex pattern of interlocking shapes. The change was subtle but significant, indicating a new phase in the artifact's power. Anna realized that the artifact was continuing to evolve, its significance deepening as she ventured further into the mysteries it held. Determined to understand these new developments, Anna sought out additional resources. She visited local archives, examining historical records and accounts of similar phenomena. The research led her to discover ancient references to a concept known as the unraveling, a state of reality where the fabric of existence becomes tenuous and the boundaries between worlds become indistinct. The concept of the unraveling resonated with Anna's experiences. According to the records, this phenomenon occurred during periods of significant cosmic events, where the alignment of celestial bodies disrupted the natural order and allowed access to hidden dimensions. The records described a profound sense of disorientation and altered perception, mirroring Anna's own experiences. As Anna continued her investigation, she became increasingly aware of a growing sense of dread. The changes in her environment and the disturbing dreams seemed to be converging into a single, overwhelming force. The artifact's power was intensifying, and the boundaries between reality and the unknown were becoming increasingly fragile. One evening, Anna experienced a particularly intense episode of the unraveling. The walls of her home seemed to dissolve into a shifting, pulsating energy, and the room was filled with an eerie, otherworldly light. Shadows moved with a malevolent intent, and the air was charged with a palpable sense of foreboding. Anna felt as though she was being pulled into a different dimension, a place where the rules of reality no longer applied. Desperate to regain her sense of control, Anna turned to the artifact. She meticulously examined its new markings and symbols, attempting to decipher their meaning. The artifact seemed to respond to her efforts, its energy fluctuating and intensifying as she worked. The sense of connection between Anna and the artifact deepened, and she realized that she needed to harness its power to navigate the shifting reality. In an attempt to stabilize her environment, Anna performed a series of focused rituals. She used the ceremonial tools and symbols described in her research, creating a protective barrier around her home. The rituals were designed to counteract the effects of the unraveling, to restore some semblance of order and stability. The process was laborious and exhausting. Anna worked tirelessly, performing the rituals with precise movements and incantations. Each step was intended to realign the energies and reinforce the boundaries of reality. Despite her efforts, the results were only partially successful. The changes in her environment persisted, albeit in a more controlled manner. As she worked, Anna became increasingly aware of a growing sense of interconnectedness between herself and the artifact. The boundaries between her consciousness and the artifact seemed to dissolve, creating a profound bond that transcended the physical realm. The artifact had become an extension of her being, a conduit to the deeper realities she was exploring. The changes in her environment began to take on new forms. The shifting shadows and rippling walls became more defined, their movements more predictable. Anna observed patterns in the disturbances, discovering that they followed a cyclical rhythm. The knowledge allowed her to anticipate the fluctuations and adapt her rituals accordingly. Despite these advances, the sense of unease remained. The unraveling had introduced a level of uncertainty and vulnerability that Anna struggled to manage. The boundaries between the known and the unknown were increasingly porous, and the artifact's power continued to evolve in ways she could not fully comprehend. One particularly cold night, as Anna stood on the threshold of her home, she gazed out at the snow-covered landscape. The familiar scenery now appeared otherworldly, the snowflakes shimmering with an ethereal light. The world outside seemed to be part of a larger, more complex reality, where the lines between dimensions were blurred. Anna's contemplation was interrupted by a sudden surge of energy. The artifact emitted a bright, pulsating glow, its symbols shifting and rearranging in a mesmerizing pattern. The light from the artifact cast long shadows across the snow, creating intricate shapes and forms that seemed to come alive. The intensity of the artifact's power was overwhelming. Anna felt herself being drawn into a state of heightened perception, where the boundaries of reality were stretched to their limits. The snow-covered landscape transformed into a dynamic, fluid expanse, its features shifting and changing in response to the artifact's influence. In this altered state, Anna saw glimpses of other dimensions and realms, each one more enigmatic than the last. The vision revealed a tapestry of interconnected worlds, each one influencing and being influenced by the others. The complexity of the cosmic fabric was both awe-inspiring and daunting, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the limits of human understanding. The experience was both enlightening and disorienting. Anna's perception of reality was profoundly altered, and she struggled to reconcile the visions with her everyday experiences. The artifact had opened a door to new realms of existence, but it had also introduced a level of uncertainty and complexity that challenged her sense of self and understanding. As the night wore on and the artifact's energy subsided, Anna felt a deep sense of both accomplishment and trepidation. The unraveling had revealed new dimensions of reality and the artifact's power, but it had also highlighted the fragility of her perception. The journey ahead was filled with both promise and peril, and Anna knew that she had to proceed with caution and awareness. The snow-covered landscape of Willow Creek seemed to return to its quiet, serene state. The world outside appeared normal, yet Anna could not shake the feeling that it had been irrevocably changed. The boundaries between the known and the unknown had shifted, and the path ahead was filled with both potential and danger. Anna resolved to continue her exploration, to delve deeper into the mysteries of the artifact and the cosmic forces it represented. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the universe, but there was still much to uncover. The artifact's evolving power and the effects of the unraveling had opened new doors, and Anna was determined to explore them with courage and resolve. Chapter 16. The Depths of the Void. Winter tightened its grip on Willow Creek, the snow piling higher and the days growing shorter. Anna's world had become a realm of shifting perceptions and hidden truths. The cosmic ritual and the unraveling had left her grappling with the boundaries of reality, and each day seemed to deepen the enigma she faced. Anna's home, once a sanctuary, had transformed into a site of intense focus and unease. The familiar objects now seemed alien, their shapes and forms subtly altered by the artifact's influence. The walls, once solid, appeared to waver and pulse, as though they were not quite part of the same reality she inhabited. With the artifact's power growing stronger, Anna began to sense its influence beyond her home. The disturbances in her environment had become more pronounced, and the boundary between her internal experiences and external reality had blurred. The artifact's energy seemed to seep into every aspect of her life, creating a pervasive sense of otherworldly presence. Determined to gain control over the situation, Anna devoted herself to deciphering the deeper meanings of the artifact's symbols. The intricate patterns and shifting markings held secrets that seemed just out of reach. She spread the scrolls and texts across her study, their pages illuminated by the soft glow of candlelight. The symbols danced and shifted as she traced them with her fingers, trying to unlock their hidden meanings. Her research led her to a realization. The artifact was a conduit to a deeper realm of existence, one that was not bound by the same rules as the physical world. The boundaries between dimensions were permeable, and the artifact was a key to accessing these hidden realms. The symbols and markings were not merely decorative, but were integral to navigating and understanding these deeper layers of reality. As Anna's understanding deepened, she felt a growing sense of connection to the cosmic forces at play. The artifact's power seemed to resonate with the very fabric of the universe, and she began to perceive patterns and energies that had previously been hidden. The deeper she delved, the more she realized that her perception of reality was just one layer of a much more complex and fluid existence. One evening, as the sun set and the sky darkened, Anna prepared for another ritual. This one was different from the previous ceremonies. It was designed to explore the deeper realms of the void and to seek answers to the questions that had arisen during her journey. The ritual required careful preparation, involving a combination of symbols, gestures, and the use of specific artifacts. Anna chose a secluded spot in the forest for the ritual, a clearing surrounded by tall trees, their branches heavy with snow. The clearing was both tranquil and isolated, providing the perfect setting for the ceremony. She set up the ceremonial space with meticulous care, arranging the symbols and artifacts according to the instructions she had uncovered. The clearing was illuminated by the soft light of the moon, casting a pale glow over the snow-covered ground. Anna placed the artifact at the center of the clearing, its intricate symbols glowing faintly in the moonlight. The ritual required a series of precise movements and actions, each one designed to open a gateway to the deeper realms of the void. As she began the ritual, Anna felt a shift in the atmosphere. The air grew colder, and the light from the moon seemed to dim, replaced by an ethereal glow that emanated from the artifact. The symbols on the ground began to pulse and shift, their patterns changing in response to the energies being channeled. The ritual was intense and demanding, requiring Anna to focus all her energy and concentration. Each gesture and action was performed with deliberate precision, the symbols aligning and rearranging as she moved. The artifact's energy surged, creating a powerful force that seemed to draw her deeper into the void. The clearing was transformed by the ritual. The snow-covered ground appeared to dissolve, revealing a landscape of shifting shapes and colors. The trees and the surrounding forest seemed to blur and fade, replaced by a fluid, dynamic expanse of light and shadow. The boundaries of the physical world were no longer discernible, and Anna found herself immersed in a realm where the rules of reality no longer applied. In this altered state, Anna experienced a profound sense of connection to the void. The energy of the artifact seemed to merge with her own, creating a bond that transcended the physical and spiritual realms. The void was not a place of emptiness but a dynamic, living entity, teeming with possibilities and hidden truths. As Anna explored the depths of the void, she encountered visions and sensations that defied conventional understanding. The landscape was both beautiful and terrifying, a realm of swirling colors and shifting forms that seemed to pulse with an internal rhythm. The visions revealed glimpses of distant worlds and dimensions, each one a reflection of the complex and interconnected nature of the universe. The experience was both exhilarating and overwhelming. Anna felt as though she was on the brink of discovering profound truths, but the vastness of the void also presented a daunting challenge. The deeper she delved, the more she realized how little she truly understood about the nature of reality and the forces at play. The ritual reached a critical moment as Anna faced a choice: to delve further into the void or to return to the physical world. The pull of the void was strong, offering the promise of deeper knowledge and understanding. Yet, the risks and uncertainties of exploring such uncharted territory were daunting. With a sense of both determination and caution, Anna decided to conclude the ritual. She performed the final gestures and actions, carefully closing the gateway to the void and stabilizing the energies. The clearing began to return to its familiar state, the snow-covered ground reappearing and the trees regaining their solidity. As the ritual came to an end, Anna felt a profound sense of both completion and contemplation. The exploration of the void had revealed new dimensions of reality and provided insights into the nature of the artifact's power. Yet, the experience had also highlighted the limits of her understanding and the vastness of the unknown. The snow-covered landscape of the forest seemed to welcome her return, its tranquility a stark contrast to the intensity of the ritual. The world outside appeared normal, yet Anna could not shake the feeling that it had been irrevocably changed. The boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms had shifted, and the journey ahead was filled with both promise and uncertainty. Anna resolved to continue her exploration of the void and the artifact's power. The depths of the void had provided valuable insights, but there were still many mysteries to uncover. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the universe, and she was determined to face the challenges and discoveries that lay ahead with courage and resolve. Chapter 17. The Shadows of Revelation. Spring arrived slowly in Willow Creek, bringing with it a tentative warmth that began to thaw the deep winter chill. The snow receded, revealing a landscape that was both familiar and subtly altered. The once pristine white fields were now dotted with patches of brown and green, and the trees, still leafless, began to show the first signs of budding. The change in season was marked by a sense of renewed energy and potential. Yet, for Anna, the arrival of spring brought a deepened sense of foreboding. The rituals and explorations into the void had uncovered new layers of reality, but they had also introduced an unsettling presence that seemed to linger at the edges of her perception. Anna's home, still bearing the marks of the artifact's influence, felt like a nexus of shifting realities. The walls, though less turbulent, retained an aura of otherworldly energy. The artifacts and symbols she had used in her rituals now seemed to pulse with a faint, restless light, as though they were waiting for the next phase of their journey. In an effort to understand the lingering unease, Anna turned her focus to the concept of the shadows of revelation. Her research suggested that as one delved deeper into the mysteries of the artifact and the cosmic forces, shadows, manifestations of hidden truths and fears, began to emerge. These shadows were not merely psychological but had a tangible presence in the fabric of reality, affecting both the perceiver and their surroundings. To explore this further, Anna sought out a secluded area in the nearby forest, a grove that had once been a place of calm and reflection. The grove, now newly awakened by the spring, was a place of rebirth and transformation. The first signs of new life were visible, with green shoots pushing through the thawing ground and birds returning to their nests. Anna prepared the grove for a ritual designed to confront and understand the shadows that had emerged. The ritual required careful arrangement of symbols and artifacts, creating a space that would allow her to engage directly with these elusive presences. She arranged the symbols in a pattern on the ground, their meanings aligning with her intention to uncover the nature of the shadows. As the sun set and twilight descended, Anna began the ritual. The fading light of day was replaced by the soft glow of lanterns and candles, casting flickering shadows across the grove. The atmosphere grew heavy with anticipation and a palpable sense of otherworldly presence. The grove, once a place of tranquil beauty, now seemed to hum with a hidden energy. The ritual required a series of movements and gestures, each one intended to summon and interact with the shadows. Anna moved deliberately, her actions guided by the symbols and patterns she had studied. The air grew colder, and the shadows on the ground began to shift and deepen, their forms becoming more distinct and defined. As Anna performed the ritual, the shadows began to take on tangible shapes. They moved with an almost sentient quality, their movements synchronized with the rhythm of the ritual. The shadows seemed to respond to Anna's presence, their forms growing more defined and their movements more purposeful. The experience was both mesmerizing and unsettling. The shadows appeared to embody a range of emotions and fears, each one reflecting a different aspect of the hidden truths Anna was seeking to understand. Some shadows seemed to writhe and twist, while others remained still and watchful, their presence more enigmatic and elusive. Anna's perception of reality became increasingly fluid as she engaged with the shadows. The boundaries between the physical world and the shadow realm seemed to blur, creating a dynamic interplay of light and darkness. The grove, once a familiar space, was transformed into a shifting, fluid landscape where the rules of reality no longer applied. In the midst of the ritual, Anna encountered a particularly intense shadow. It was a dark, amorphous presence that seemed to absorb light and defy definition. The shadow exuded a powerful aura of fear and dread, and its movements were erratic and unpredictable. Anna felt an overwhelming sense of foreboding as she attempted to understand its nature. Despite the intense experience, Anna remained focused and determined. She used the symbols and gestures to engage with the shadow, seeking to uncover its meaning and purpose. The shadow's responses were complex and multifaceted, revealing glimpses of deeper truths and hidden fears that had been concealed within the fabric of reality. As the ritual progressed, the shadows began to dissipate, their forms melting into the darkness as the night wore on. The grove returned to its natural state, the flickering light of the lanterns casting gentle, reassuring shadows across the ground. The intense energy of the ritual subsided, leaving Anna with a profound sense of both insight and exhaustion. The experience had revealed new dimensions of the artifact's power and the nature of the shadows that had emerged. The shadows were not merely manifestations of fear, but were integral to the process of uncovering hidden truths and confronting the deeper aspects of reality. The encounter had provided valuable insights into the nature of the artifact and its influence on the fabric of existence. Anna returned to her home with a renewed sense of purpose. The shadows had illuminated new aspects of the journey, revealing both the potential and the peril of delving into the hidden realms. The artifact's power was more complex than she had initially realized, and the shadows represented a crucial part of the exploration. As spring continued to unfold, Anna remained vigilant. The shadows had shown her the depth of the mystery she was confronting, and she knew that there were still many questions to answer. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the artifact and the universe. But the path ahead was filled with both promise and uncertainty. The transformation of the grove and the emergence of the shadows were reminders of the delicate balance between light and darkness. Anna resolved to continue her exploration with caution and awareness, prepared to face the challenges and revelations that lay ahead. The shadows of revelation had provided her with new insights, and she was ready to navigate the complexities of the journey with both courage and humility. Chapter 18. The Echoes of Despair. The arrival of summer in Willow Creek was marked by a burgeoning vitality. The once barren trees were now lush with leaves, and the fields were awash in vibrant colors. The warm sun and longer days brought a sense of rejuvenation. Yet for Anna, the season carried an undertone of deepening unease. The rituals and explorations into the void had left her grappling with revelations that continued to ripple through her world. Anna's home, still affected by the artifact's energy, had become a labyrinth of shifting perceptions. The walls seemed to warp and bend with every passing moment, and the air was thick with an electric tension. The artifact's influence was more pronounced, its power casting long, unsettling shadows that seemed to follow Anna's every move. The shadows of revelation had revealed new dimensions of the artifact's power, but they had also introduced a sense of foreboding that lingered like a dark cloud. Anna's dreams had become increasingly disturbing, filled with visions of desolate landscapes and twisted forms. These dreams were not merely reflections of her fears, but seemed to convey a deeper sense of cosmic despair. In an attempt to understand the nature of this despair, Anna turned her focus to the echoes of her experiences. She began to notice that the artifact's power was not only affecting her perception of reality, but was also influencing the natural world around her. The vibrant summer landscape seemed to carry an undercurrent of distortion, as if the artifact's energy was warping the very fabric of existence. Anna conducted a series of observations and experiments to document the changes. She carefully recorded the patterns of energy fluctuations, noting how they affected both the physical environment and her own mental state. The once familiar scenery of Willow Creek was now a dynamic and unpredictable landscape with shifting colors and distorted shapes. One afternoon, Anna ventured into the forest to explore a particularly strange phenomenon. A section of the woods had been affected by the artifact's influence, with trees that seemed to twist and contort into unnatural shapes. The ground was uneven, covered in strange, pulsating growths that emitted a faint, eerie glow. As she walked through this altered forest, Anna was struck by the sense of otherworldly presence that pervaded the area. The trees, though still alive, appeared to be intertwined with dark, shadowy tendrils that moved with a slow, deliberate rhythm. The ground beneath her feet felt unstable, as if it were shifting and undulating with each step. The experience was both mesmerizing and disorienting. The landscape seemed to pulse with a life of its own, its rhythms echoing the cosmic forces that had influenced Anna's journey. The sense of despair that had been growing within her was mirrored in the environment, creating a pervasive feeling of dread and unease. Anna continued her exploration, determined to uncover the source of the despair that had begun to seep into her world. She ventured deeper into the forest, where the distortions became more pronounced. The trees were now twisted into grotesque forms, and the ground was covered in a thick, inky substance that seemed to absorb light. As she made her way through this nightmarish terrain, Anna encountered an area where the distortion was particularly intense. The sky above was a swirling mass of dark clouds, and the air was filled with an oppressive weight. The landscape seemed to stretch endlessly, its features shifting and warping in response to the artifact's energy. In this distorted realm, Anna experienced a profound sense of isolation and despair. The familiar world she had known was gone, replaced by a chaotic and unsettling environment that seemed to defy all logic. The boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical had dissolved, creating a space where the echoes of her fears and anxieties resonated with an almost tangible intensity. Anna's observations led her to a startling realization. The artifact's influence had not only altered her perception of reality, but had also given rise to a new form of cosmic despair. This despair was not merely a psychological state, but a fundamental distortion of the universe's fabric, reflecting the deeper, darker aspects of existence. Determined to address this growing sense of despair, Anna performed a series of rituals designed to counteract the artifact's influence. She used symbols and gestures that were intended to restore balance and harmony, focusing on the restoration of the natural order. The rituals were intricate and demanding, requiring precise movements and a deep connection to the energies of the artifact. As Anna conducted these rituals, she felt a gradual shift in the environment. The distorted landscape began to stabilize, with the shadows and distortions receding and the natural features of the forest reasserting themselves. The oppressive weight of despair began to lift, replaced by a renewed sense of calm and stability. Despite these efforts, Anna remained acutely aware of the underlying sense of cosmic unease that persisted. The echoes of despair had revealed a deeper layer of reality, one that was characterized by a profound sense of instability and uncertainty. The artifact's power had introduced new dimensions of understanding, but it had also brought with it a heightened awareness of the fragility of existence. As summer continued to unfold, Anna grappled with the complex interplay of forces that had been set in motion. The changes in her world were both unsettling and enlightening, revealing new aspects of the artifact's power and the nature of cosmic despair. The experience had deepened her understanding of the artifact's influence, but it had also highlighted the challenges of navigating the shifting boundaries of reality. The once vibrant landscape of Willow Creek now carried a subtle but persistent sense of transformation. The energy of the artifact continued to ripple through the environment, creating a dynamic and fluid interplay of light and shadow. Anna's journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths hidden within the universe, but it had also revealed the complexities and uncertainties that lay ahead. As she reflected on her experiences, Anna resolved to continue her exploration with a renewed sense of awareness. The echoes of despair had provided valuable insights into the nature of the artifact and the cosmic forces at play. She was prepared to face the challenges and revelations that lay ahead, knowing that the journey was far from over. The summer days grew longer, and the world outside seemed to return to a state of relative normalcy. Yet, the echoes of despair lingered in Anna's mind, a reminder of the deeper mysteries she had uncovered. The path ahead was filled with both promise and uncertainty, and Anna was determined to navigate it with courage and resolve, ready to confront whatever challenges and revelations awaited her. Chapter 19. The Abyss Revealed. The summer's heat intensified in Willow Creek, bringing with it a palpable sense of stifling weight. The once clear skies were now perpetually clouded, with dark, roiling masses of storm clouds that seemed to hang heavily over the landscape. The vibrant energy of summer had been replaced by an oppressive atmosphere that mirrored the turmoil within Anna's mind. The artifact's influence had continued to grow, its power becoming more pronounced as Anna's exploration of its secrets deepened. The shifting boundaries of reality and the persistent echoes of cosmic despair had created a pervasive sense of disquiet. The vibrant natural world that Anna had once known had transformed into a realm of shifting shadows and distorted forms. Anna's home had become a focal point of this transformation. The walls of her study, once solid and familiar, now appeared to ripple with a surreal fluidity. The symbols and artifacts she had used in her rituals seemed to emit a faint, otherworldly glow, their energies intertwining with the very fabric of her environment. The air was thick with a constant hum, a reminder of the artifact's relentless influence. Determined to understand the full extent of the artifact's power, Anna embarked on a new phase of her journey. She began to explore the deeper realms of the void, seeking to uncover the ultimate truths hidden within its depths. The exploration required a new level of focus and preparation, involving a series of complex rituals designed to unlock the most profound secrets of the artifact. The first step in this new phase was to create a space for the ritual that would allow Anna to engage directly with the void. She chose a secluded area in the forest, a place that had been untouched by the artifact's influence. The clearing, surrounded by ancient trees and bathed in the dim light of the overcast sky, provided a stark contrast to the distorted landscapes she had encountered. Anna prepared the clearing with meticulous care, arranging symbols and artifacts in a precise pattern. The ritual required the use of specific items, each one chosen for its ability to interact with the energies of the void. The clearing was transformed into a sacred space, its boundaries marked by intricate designs and arrangements. As twilight fell, Anna began the ritual. The dim light of the setting sun was replaced by the flickering glow of candles and lanterns, casting long, undulating shadows across the clearing. The air grew colder, and the energy of the artifact seemed to intensify, creating a palpable sense of anticipation. The ritual involved a series of complex gestures and movements, each one intended to open a gateway to the deeper realms of the void. Anna's actions were precise and deliberate, guided by the symbols and patterns she had studied. The energy of the artifact surged, and the clearing was enveloped in a shimmering, otherworldly light. As the ritual progressed, Anna felt a profound shift in her perception. The boundaries of the physical world began to dissolve, replaced by a dynamic, fluid expanse of light and shadow. The clearing was no longer a familiar space, but a gateway to a deeper realm of existence, where the rules of reality were suspended. In this altered state, Anna encountered the abyss, a vast, formless expanse of darkness and light. The abyss was both mesmerizing and terrifying, its depths filled with swirling patterns and shifting forms. The experience was both exhilarating and overwhelming, as Anna grappled with the immense scale and complexity of the void. The abyss revealed itself as a living entity, a reflection of the cosmic forces that had influenced Anna's journey. Its patterns and movements were both chaotic and harmonious, representing the interplay of creation and destruction, order and chaos. The experience provided glimpses of distant worlds and dimensions, each one a reflection of the underlying truths of the universe. As Anna explored the abyss, she encountered a series of visions and sensations that defied conventional understanding. The abyss was not a place of emptiness, but a dynamic, living realm teeming with possibilities and hidden truths. The visions revealed the interconnectedness of all things, highlighting the delicate balance between light and darkness, existence and non-existence. The deeper Anna delved into the abyss, the more she realized the profound nature of the artifact's power. The abyss was a manifestation of the artifact's influence, a reflection of its ability to alter the fabric of reality and reveal hidden dimensions of existence. The experience provided new insights into the nature of the artifact and its role in shaping the cosmic forces at play. As the ritual reached its climax, Anna faced a moment of profound revelation. The abyss seemed to open up, revealing a series of interconnected pathways and corridors that extended into the depths of the void. Each pathway represented a different aspect of the cosmic forces, offering a glimpse into the complex interplay of energies that shaped the universe. The choice before Anna was both daunting and significant. she could continue her exploration of the abyss, delving further into the hidden realms and uncovering new truths. Alternatively, she could return to the physical world, armed with the insights she had gained and prepared to confront the challenges that lay ahead. With a deep sense of resolve, Anna chose to conclude the ritual. She performed the final gestures and actions, carefully closing the gateway to the abyss and stabilizing the energies. The clearing began to return to its familiar state, the shimmering light of the ritual receding and the shadows returning to their natural form. As the ritual ended, Anna felt a profound sense of both completion and contemplation. The experience had revealed new dimensions of the artifact's power and provided valuable insights into the nature of the void. The abyss had offered glimpses of deeper truths, but it had also highlighted the challenges of navigating the shifting boundaries of reality. Anna returned to her home with a renewed sense of purpose. The journey through the abyss had deepened her understanding of the cosmic forces at play and provided new perspectives on the artifact's influence. The path ahead was filled with both promise and uncertainty, and Anna was prepared to face the challenges and revelations that lay ahead with courage and resolve. The overcast skies and the oppressive heat of summer continued to envelop Willow Creek, a reminder of the deeper mysteries that remained to be explored. The artifact's influence had transformed Anna's world, creating a dynamic and fluid interplay of light and shadow. As she reflected on her experiences, she resolved to continue her journey with a sense of awareness and determination, ready to confront whatever challenges and revelations awaited her. Chapter 20: The Horizon of Understanding. Autumn descended upon Willow Creek, bringing with it a profound transformation. The vibrant greens of summer had given way to a tapestry of gold, orange, and crimson. The air was crisp and cool, and the once oppressive weight of the summer seemed to lift, replaced by a clarity that felt both refreshing and sobering. The landscape was adorned with fallen leaves, and the trees stood bare, their skeletal branches reaching out like silent witnesses to the passage of time. For Anna, this season of change was both an ending and a beginning. The experiences of the past months had left her deeply transformed, her understanding of the artifact and its influence evolving into a more nuanced and profound comprehension. The journey through the abyss had revealed the complexities of the cosmic forces at play, and the echoes of despair had provided new insights into the nature of reality. Anna's home, now a sanctuary of sorts, reflected the changes that had taken place. The once turbulent energy had stabilized, and the walls, though still imbued with the artifact's presence, felt less ominous. The symbols and artifacts, carefully arranged and meticulously maintained, now seemed to resonate with a sense of harmony and balance. As the autumn days grew shorter, Anna began to focus on the final phase of her journey. The rituals and explorations had provided valuable insights, but there remained a sense of completeness that had yet to be achieved. She felt a deep urge to consolidate her understanding and bring closure to the experiences that had shaped her path. The clearing in the forest, where Anna had conducted the rituals of the previous seasons, became the focal point of this final phase. The autumnal transformation had altered the clearing's appearance, with fallen leaves and twisted branches creating a natural tapestry of textures and colors. The space, now imbued with the essence of the season, was prepared for one last ritual, a ritual intended to integrate the insights gained and bring a sense of resolution. Anna spent hours preparing the clearing, arranging symbols and artifacts in a pattern that reflected the synthesis of her experiences. The ritual was designed to create a space of reflection and understanding, where the accumulated knowledge of her journey could be brought together and contemplated. The autumn leaves were used to create intricate patterns on the ground, their vibrant colors blending with the symbols and artifacts. As twilight descended and the first stars began to appear in the sky, Anna commenced the ritual. The clearing was illuminated by the soft glow of lanterns and candles, their light casting gentle shadows across the ground. The atmosphere was calm and serene, a stark contrast to the intense energy of previous rituals. The ritual involved a series of meditative movements and gestures, each one intended to integrate and harmonize the insights gained from the artifact and the abyss. Anna moved deliberately, her actions guided by the symbols and patterns she had used throughout her journey. The air was filled with a sense of peaceful contemplation, as though the very essence of the clearing was resonating with the harmony of the season. As Anna performed the ritual, she felt a profound sense of connection to the natural world around her. The autumn leaves, with their rich colors and intricate patterns, seemed to symbolize the cycle of life and the interconnection of all things. The clearing, once a place of intense energy and transformation, was now a space of reflection and understanding. The ritual continued through the evening, with Anna focusing on the integration of the cosmic insights and the deeper truths revealed by her experiences. The patterns on the ground, formed by the leaves and symbols, began to take on a cohesive and harmonious form, representing the synthesis of the knowledge she had gained. As the ritual reached its climax, Anna experienced a profound sense of clarity and resolution. The boundaries between the physical world and the metaphysical realm seemed to dissolve, creating a seamless integration of understanding and perception. The energy of the artifact, once a source of turbulence and disquiet, now felt like a guiding force, illuminating the path to a deeper understanding. The final moments of the ritual were marked by a sense of completion and fulfillment. The clearing, with its autumnal beauty and serene atmosphere, reflected the integration of Anna's journey. The symbols and patterns on the ground, now illuminated by the soft light of the candles, created a harmonious and balanced representation of the insights she had gained. As the night deepened, Anna took a moment to reflect on her journey. The experiences of the past months had been transformative, revealing new dimensions of reality and providing profound insights into the cosmic forces at play. The artifact's influence had been both challenging and enlightening, and the journey through the abyss had offered a glimpse into the deeper truths of the universe. Anna knew that the journey was not truly over, but had reached a significant point of understanding. The insights gained and the revelations uncovered had provided a foundation for continued exploration and growth. The path ahead was still filled with possibilities, and Anna was prepared to navigate it with a renewed sense of purpose and awareness. The autumn night was quiet and still, the only sounds being the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant calls of nocturnal creatures. The clearing, now a space of peaceful reflection, stood as a testament to the journey's culmination. The energy of the artifact and the cosmic forces had been integrated into a harmonious understanding, creating a sense of balance and resolution. As Anna left the clearing and returned to her home, she carried with her a profound sense of accomplishment and clarity. The experiences of the past had shaped her path and provided valuable insights into the nature of reality. The journey had been marked by challenges and revelations, but it had also led to a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The autumn season, with its transformative energy and vibrant beauty, symbolized the culmination of Anna's journey. The landscape of Willow Creek, now bathed in the warm hues of fall, reflected the harmony and balance achieved through her exploration. The path ahead was filled with both promise and uncertainty, but Anna was ready to embrace it with a sense of purpose and resolve. As the first light of dawn touched the horizon, Anna looked out over the transformed landscape with a sense of quiet satisfaction. The journey had brought her closer to understanding the profound truths of the universe, and she was prepared to continue exploring the mysteries that lay ahead. The horizon of understanding stretched out before her, a symbol of the endless possibilities and adventures yet to come.